great to see you all here.
Hold it closer, Rebecca.
Okay, it is so great to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. So I wrote things down because I'm most articulate when I'm sitting quietly at home. I'm on the board of Oil Change International, which focuses on keeping fossil fuel in the ground and a just transition. So we're part of this movement, but I've been working with 350 and the Sierra Club and been at so many demonstrations over so many years. But but what I really came here to say is I've been waiting for you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so excited that the Sunrise Movement, the Green New Deal, Extinction Rebellion, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and Greta Thunberg are all here to revitalize the climate movement that has in a decade grown magnificently in power and reach and understanding. But with this new groundswell of energy, more becomes possible, and we're gathered here today to seize those possibilities, the only good possibilities for every living thing on this planet, which is that we make an about turn on extracting and burning fossil fuel. And that's another way to describe what we're doing and what we've been doing for 200 years, which is completely insane. Taking carbon out of the earth where it's completely harmless, where plants for billions of years have thoughtfully sequestered it, and throwing it into the sky where it generates a climate chaos that is 1,000 kinds of destruction. We don't know what will happen is the basic underpinning of my hope. 30 years ago, nobody knew that the Berlin Wall would fall in 1989 and the whole Soviet bloc would liberate itself, and the binaries in which the world had been described would cease to be good descriptions of who we are and how we were organized. 20 years ago, we literally did not have the magnificent solar and wind technologies to make a transition away from fossil fuels. That's something a lot of people don't understand, and I didn't understand until recently, is that we have had an energy revolution on the scale of the Industrial Revolution, but if the Industrial Revolution is how we threw fossil fuel into the sky, all that carbon into the sky to change our atmosphere, the second energy revolution means that we can stop doing it. We have technologies that literally did not exist at the millennium. We had wind, we had solar, we had those turbines in Altamont, but they were not powerful enough, efficient enough, sophisticated enough to meet our needs. Now they are, and that is so amazing. So 20 years ago, we didn't have them. 10 years ago, we did not have the movements we have now. 350 is turning 10 years old this year. There's a lot of new movements. There's a lot of momentum. There's incredible power in the indigenous movements in Canada, stopping so many pipelines and so many other things. So, what?
Sorry to interrupt, but I have some great news. We are scheduled to meet a staffer of Pelosi in there. They tried to call it off. We talked them out of it because you guys were coming.
See, and that is such a perfect example of don't ask what's possible, make it possible. You guys just made a meeting possible that they said wasn't possible, and that's how this works. You don't wait for them to say it's possible. You just tell them and make it happen that way. So 5 years ago, we did not have the momentum in the climate movement we have today. I think 2019 might be the year we turn it all around. Might be. Never mind that hat. So, I'm not saying it might be like, let's wait and see what's going to happen. I'm saying it might be like, let's make it happen. Are you all here to make it happen? Yeah! Are you ready to make it happen? Yeah! Are you ready to stop asking what's happened and say, we are what's going to happen? Yeah! Do you want to say with me, we are what's going to happen? Say it again. We are what's going to happen. So, we are gonna ask Nancy Pelosi to get behind a new Green Deal today. She is not gonna do what you ask her today. You may ask then, are we wasting our time? No. And the answer is, yes, some of you get it, but you know, this is the United States. Instant gratification or instant failure is how people tend to think about things. And that's not what makes you an effective activist. You're going to ask for this, and activists all across the country are going to ask their Congress people for this, and we're going to agitate, we're going to demonstrate, we're going to write, we're going to sing, we're going to blockade, we're going to protest, we're going to dream, we're going to stand up, and we're going to make something that now seems radical, revolutionary, outlandish, unlikely. We're going to make it seem likely, we're going to make it seem possible, we're going to demonstrate that it's necessary. Pelosi will endorse a new Green Deal when we've asked her enough times, when we becomes a constituency that cannot be ignored, when the idea seems feasible to them as it is to us now, when the climate momentum is inevitable and irresistible, and when the climate momentum is irresistible. We do not have to be naive about how change works. It works in complex, indirect, unpredictable ways that do not have to be slow, which is good, because we don't have time for slow anymore. What we are doing today is the work that is part of the realization of the most beautiful, the most urgent, the most necessary possibility of our era. So thank you all for coming here. Thank you for dreaming big. Thank you for waiting during the siren. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for dreaming big, imagining how different the world could be. Thank you for caring about every living thing and all the things not yet born for 100, 1,000, 10,000 years to come. Thank you for loving the earth. Thank you for doing the work that needs to be done more than anything. I am so glad you're here. Should we chant a little bit more?
We're glad that you're here.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Should we do that we believe that we can win thing? Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. We believe that we will win. 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 And when we win, that win is going to include all of them, because we're winning for everybody, whether they know it or not. So, and then we could also do, we are what's going to happen, which is like my slogan for 2019. You ready? We are what's going to happen. Don't ask what's going to happen. We are what's going to happen. Don't ask what's going to happen. We are what's going to happen. And you all are happening right now, and that's the most beautiful thing I'm going to see today or at any time. So thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
Here, my name's Taylor, and I am here on behalf of the Sunrise Movement as a support for the Sunrise Movement. I started a movement called Save Their Futures. It's on behalf of the kids. I've got 5 kids, 5 and under, and I am so scared for their future. And that's why all of you are here, and I've been trying to get my mom friends who have kids out, and they're like, oh, I'm so busy with soccer practice. Thank you guys for showing up here today, because you guys are taking the time out of your important days to do something that's important for the future of our children. And Greta is standing up, and we need to do that in America. What is going on with us? We're so preoccupied. We've got a criminal in the White House who needs to go. We've got Mitch McConnell in the GOP stopping us from making progress on climate change. And this is just an outrage. So it's about time that we stand up to help Pelosi, because they can't do it alone. I know she supports climate. We have to support our Democrats in power, but more than that, we need to get in the street and we need to march, and we need to get rid of Trump. We need to get rid of and put pressure on every single GOP member who is blocking climate change progress from being made. So please, if you want to check out Save Their Futures, sign up, be a part of it, because we're here to support Sunrise and we're here to mobilize. And thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Brett. I'm from Redwood City. It's my son Cooper over here. We're here to show our support for a Green New Deal for America. And our message is that to Representative Pelosi is thank you for the great work you've been doing. We ask for your leadership on this. If you lead, we will follow. America needs a Green New Deal. This is the kind of action that can bring the country together and it can create a broad constituency of people. If it includes green jobs for working class people, includes protections for people who are displaced by the transition to a clean economy, and provides incentives for other people to make the conversion, this is what we need. So thank you so much for listening to this. If by any chance you do hear this, Representative Pelosi, we need your leadership. Thank you.
And in general, politicians need to treat climate change like it is a now issue. So often we are basically pushing climate change off, pushing climate policy off to the point where, we're going to get to the future and there's going to be no climate policy in place, there's going to be no job stability in place, and the Green New Deal is the only and best opportunity that we have to make actual climate amends. So it's really, really necessary that Speaker Pelosi accept the Green New Deal and treat climate change like it's an actual and incredibly dire and important issue.
Nancy Pelosi, come on, step up, be the climate leader that we need, and support a Green New Deal today. Woo! Thank you.
No, the Green New Deal is, you guys step over.
The climate is changing. Why aren't we? The climate is changing. Why aren't we? The climate is changing. Why aren't we? The climate is changing. Why aren't we?
Hello, my name is Ravel. I use she, her, they, them pronouns. I'm with Sunrise Movement Bay Area. We just came out of Nancy Pelosi's office. We were speaking with her staffer, two of her staffers, Miguel and Adriana, about the Green New Deal and the climate crisis that we're facing. I was there with these three wonderful people, as well as some other people from 350 Bay Area. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Celia Malone. I am a part of Youth versus the Apocalypse, which is an climate activism youth group that meets in Oakland.
My name is Githika. I'm 17 years old and I'm also part of Youth versus Apocalypse.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm 12 years old and I'm from two groups, one called Youth versus Apocalypse, a youth group with 350 Bay Area, and another group called Warriors for Justice that's based in my middle school in Oakland.
And the importance of us being in the meeting today was to show that we as young people are really, really concerned and scared about our future. I think everyone here is scared about our future. So when you think about the Green New Deal, it's this really kind of tangible and really important thing that will determine the future, our future, and the stability of our jobs, the stability of our climate, the stability of our Earth. And so we were just advocating to them how important it is to us and how sort of afraid we are of the future and how answers need to happen now.
I think a lot of politicians believe, or at least act like they believe, that change takes time, but where the climate crisis is concerned, we don't have time, so we really wanted to get that point across to Speaker Pelosi's staff.
Yeah, so I think it was a good discussion. The staffers were they definitely heard our message, and they themselves are on board. So going forward, they will just be creating the political willpower and making sure that all of our representatives are on board with both the crisis itself and the urgency at which we need to address it.
Right on.
Yeah. So, yeah, it went really well.
Green New Deal! Green New Deal! Green New Deal! Green New Deal!